Hello and thank you for joining me. Today I am going to be showing you how I use one palette to create a full look. When I'm getting ready for work, when I'm in a hurry, this is what I use to get myself out of the door quickly. Don't have to think about what I'm going to put on my face. When I'm traveling, it's a great option. So I'm going to be showing you the palette that I use, why I like it, how I use it, and hopefully you can share some of your thoughts with everyone as to what you like to use, what works for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. If you like this style of video, I hope that you'll consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. Without further ado, grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's go do our makeup. Okay, so because this video is primarily about one palette, I'm going to speed through the rest of my face. I'm going to go ahead and go in with foundation. I have already primed with the NYX Marshmallow Primer. This is the primer I've been using a lot lately. It's really hydrating, gives me a nice smooth base for my foundation. So next up, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I wear the shade 2 Neutral. All right, really nice smoothing foundation, gives you a nice airbrushed look, really quick to get on, especially when you're in a hurry. Don't need to build it up. It looks best when you use less. So I'm gonna just finish this up here. And there we go. All right, next up is concealer. I'm gonna go in with the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I wear the shade N3. Again, just another really quick and easy product to put on, high coverage. Don't have to use a color corrector. Okay. Just a little bit of powder. Number 7, Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Powder. Okay, so my base is done. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this palette. So again, this is a palette that contains everything you need to do a full face of products. I love this for when I'm getting ready for work. I don't want to have to think about what I'm putting on. It's all here. I know that I like it and that I can rely on this palette. Is the Tarte Clay Play Volume 2 palette. So you can see it has everything you need for a full face. We have a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. We have 3 trios of eyeshadows. There are mattes, 3 shimmers with each trio. It's just a really nice palette. I'm going to read you a little bit about it. It says it sculpts. This is from Ulta's website. Sculpts, defines, and highlights your features. 9 neutral to smoky shades, 6 matte, 3 lusters. Create unlimited wearable looks. 3 face powders, including a blush, bronzer, and highlighter. And it does have their Amazonian clay infused. Very nice palette. This is great for travel. It is on the larger side. You can probably find lots of these on the market. This is just the one that I picked up. I really like Tarte's eyeshadow formula, so I picked this up kind of on a whim last year, and I've loved it ever since. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I use this palette to get ready when I am in a hurry. So I'm going to go in first with this bronzer. The shade is called Terracotta. This is a nice matte bronzer, a little bit of a red undertone. I go kind of light-handed with this because it does have a good bit of pigment to it. So nice and easy. And I'll go back in and fix any areas where I went heavy-handed with my foundation brush. I don't like to bring blush and bronzer too far into the apples of my cheeks. I like to keep everything kind of lifted and lengthen my face as much as I can. So, okay. There you have it. I do like this bronzer. Is it my favorite? No, but I like everything in this palette. It works well when I'm, trying to get out the door. Okay, next up is blush, and I really like this blush. It's in the shade Desert. It is a nice peachy pink toned blush. You can see the pigment there, so I go kind of easy. So I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush here. Okay. And again, I'm not having to think about which blush do I want to use today, which bronzer, highlighter, just, it's all right there for me. Sort of soften the edges up just a bit. I do like to come across my nose with my bronzer and my blush. I like to look like I've gotten a little bit of sun, especially in winter. So you can see how nicely they also blend together. All right, next up is highlighter. This is one of my favorite parts of this palette. I love Tarte's highlighter formula. So I'm going to go in with this. It looks like it's going to be a little bit glittery. It is not. This is in the shade Timber. I'm going to go in with just a small brush here. Okay, and on the high points of my cheeks, and you can just see, oh, it's just so beautiful. It gives a nice, pretty glow. Okay. I love it. This is probably my favorite part of the whole palette. Again, just on the high points of my cheeks, slightly, not too much. All right, and there you go. That quickly, my complexion is done. So again, you don't have to think about which blush do I want to use today. They all work together very nicely, just beautiful formula. So next up, we're going to go in with these eyeshadows, trying to do this without blinding you. So again, there are 6 mattes and 3 shimmers below. I'm going to start with Instinct over here as my transition shade in my crease. It's that time of the morning when boys are standing outside of my window getting ready to get on the bus. And they're loud. I don't have boys, I raised girls. So if any of you have boys, you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you can hear them now. So I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. I already have eyeshadow primer on. I guess I should have showed you what that was. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. Get nice, reliable eyeshadow primer. Okay, I'm just going to go in. Again, these just, they work really well together. They have it set up so that you don't really have to think about it. They're in trios already. However, you can mix these up nicely and they work very well together. So that's what I'm going to do today. Okay. Nice transition shade. Got a very stubborn spot on my right eye where eyeshadow just won't stick and it won't blend. Weird. I don't know what it is, but I'm right-handed. I don't know if I'm just going in too heavy with primer or what it is, but it is what it is. We work around it. Okay. I'm going to go in with a slightly less fluffy brush And I'm going to go into the shade up here. It's kind of a mauve matte. It is called Journey. And I'm going to go just over top of that transition shade and just build a little bit more of a crease. Not too much. I have slightly, I don't know, hooded, droopy eyes. So I don't want to make that look worse. Oh boy, they are loud. Had to pause for just a moment to let the bus leave the front of my house. The bus stop is right out on the corner in front of my house. So half of the neighborhood is standing in front of my house, and all but a couple of them are boys. So you can imagine how loud that gets in the morning. So, all right. Okay, so there are those two shades. I used Instinct in my crease and then went over it with Journey. So next up, I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my finger here with this shade right here. This is called Sand. Okay. And I'm going to put that all over my lid just as a nice base for the shimmer that I'm going to use over top of it. And you could stop here. Sometimes I don't even go over it with a shimmer shade. I just stop with the mattes and I'm happy with how that looks. But today I think I'm gonna go over it with a little bit of shimmer because why not? I really do like Tarte's formula, and it's infused, it said, with vanilla extract. So, you know, it has that scent to it. I really like it. I know it's a little strong for some people. I really like it. Okay, let's see. I think next up, I'm going to go in again with my fingertip with this shade here. This is called Smoke. I'll show you one of these shimmers. It's sort of a gold. Got a gold tone to it. Nice and shimmery. I really like it. Okay. And we are going to go right over that matte shade that I just put down all over my lid. Okay. And Tarte's formula here, at least these in this palette, these are not glittery. They have a nice sheen to them. I really like them. I don't like glitter. Doesn't First of all, it doesn't stay on, and second, I just feel like it settles into lines. Just doesn't look good. So, right. So there is that shade Smoke. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with one more shade here. And I'm going to find I'm going to go in with a little bit more densely packed brush. I'm going to go in with this shade in the center called Dunes. It's a matte, darker brown, cool tone shade. I'm going to go in, and it has a nice mirror on it too. I'm going to go in right just on the outer corner of my lid here. You can see, just to give it a little bit more definition, except my right eye that does not like to blend. I don't know what it is. If the shape of my eye is different, it's just really strange. I just have a hard time with my right eye. Okay. All right, now. Okay, so that is all I'm going to do right now. So that is the Tarte Clay Play Volume 2 palette. Again, just a really great option for creating looks that are easy. You don't have to think about if you're in a hurry trying to get out the door for work. just a really great option. Like I said, there's a lot of these out there. This is one that I have loved, have used over the last year a lot, especially when I am, again, trying to quickly get out the door. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my face, and we'll be right back. Their eye. Okay, so that is our finished look today using the Tarte Clay Play Palette Volume 2. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If you have a palette like this that you like to use that contains everything you need for a full face, let me know down below. Share your thoughts on that. If you enjoyed this style of video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I would love to have you. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.